have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football, as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Hurts throwing right away. This short throw caught by Goddard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Hurts to throw. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this will be taken at the 13. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Go, North Copper! Go, North Copper!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one complete to Hodgins. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Throwing, Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jalen Hyatt was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. You look at this Eagle defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. They'll run right here with Swift. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guy?
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Hurts going to keep it running right. Shrugs him off. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Hurts. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, a 22. Here's Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 35. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Detroit.
In motion, Slayton.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Great.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On first down, Hurts. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
The Giants come in looking for win number 8 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
He'll find Hodgins there, complete.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 41, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jones on 3rd and 2.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Jones.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
1st down, and they go with Swift again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Other side, other side.
On 2nd and 10, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
In motion, Slayton.
Detroit.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's Jones to throw on second down. And he fires one incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Bama, Bama, Bama.
Back to throw. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Jones now on first down.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
In motion, Slayton.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the night.
And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On second down, Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
3rd down and 6. They go play action with Hurts.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Kayvon Thibodeau
Able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Half jumbo, half jumbo. Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers.
Jones throwing on 1st down.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Rita. Detroit Johnson.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
No touchdown.
43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Timberland. Cockroach, cockroach, cockroach.
They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now an option play on second down.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dexter Lawrence gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards. And it's also fourth down now. We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And that is no good. And the lead will stay put at 17. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Here we go, hey.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on second and 10. Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Some strong running at the 20. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another first and 10 here.
Come right for Tino. Come right for Tino. Other side, other side.
Now Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Detroit, Detroit, Detroit.
Now Jones on third down. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
They throw it out right complete, and they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at their own 16.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And the pick-6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. 63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Now a give right side Swift. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
A gain of 15. And an Eagle first down.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Swift going to try up the middle.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Bama, Bama, Bama.
Jones gets this to Waller.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Dom Capers, Dom Capers. Dom.
Here's Jones.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Apple, 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 apple.
To throw is Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Now Jones. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Jones.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them.